What's going on, everyone? Honda Fit for Adventure here, and today we're going to be replacing the upper grille on a third generation Honda Fit with an aftermarket carbon fiber one. I just picked this up from AliExpress. It took about 2 months to get here, but it arrived safely. The quality looks pretty good. The fitment also very well. There's just going to be 1 or 2 modifications we're going to have to do to secure this to the stock Honda Fit. To get started, we're going to have to first remove the front bumper and then detach the upper grille from the front bumper. I already have 2 videos on my channel explaining how to remove the front bumper and the upper grille, so I'm just going to gloss past this really quick. In short, there's about 5 tabs on the upper front grille securing the top portion. Then you're going to come into your fender wells and your liners and remove a couple clips and 1 screw on each side. Depending on how big your wheels are, you might be able to do it without getting your tires off, but I find it much easier to take your tire off and do this. The final step in removing your front bumper is to go underneath the car and pull out the push-in tabs that connect your front bumper to the splash guard under the vehicle. Once you did these 3 steps, you can easily remove your front bumper. Alright, the front bumper is almost completely removed. The only thing that's holding it together is some wiring from the PA speaker that I have in the lower front grille, but I'm going to leave it like this for now and separate the upper front grille. It lines up nice, but we do not have any plastic tabs to attach the lower part of the upper front grille to the upper portion of the bumper. All that we have is these 2 tabs that will secure it to the frame near the engine bay. So I'm going to attach the front bumper and then line this up on top and see how it fits. I think I'm going to remove this shroud. Alright, even though we're only dealing with 2 tabs, I had to remove the front bumper to slide the front grille in first to fit in around the headlights, because with the front bumper on, I could put the upper front grille on and put it around one headlight, but then it was out and around on top of this one and I couldn't push it in. You have to kind of slide it underneath and up to fit in between both of the headlights. Now I'm going to do the risky part and drill the holes to pop these 2 tabs into place. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to attach the front bumper and see how everything lines up and how secure it is. I'm now going to take a Dremel or a drill and widen these holes up a little bit more so the plastic tabs can be inserted into the holes. The upper front grille is now attached with the 2 push tabs. Again, there's nothing to secure the bottom. I'm hoping once the front grille is placed and the white plastic is underneath and it supports the front grille, it shouldn't shake as much or too bad. If it does, I'm going to have to find an additional way to secure it on the bottom. Let me put the front bumper back on and we'll see how good this lines up and securely it sits. It's not too bad. It's popping out a little bit toward the bottom end of the headlights, but I'm going to worry about that fitment once I fully attach the front bumper, and then we'll dial this in. But so far it's actually not too bad. Get a quick look. Oh, that looks so nice. It's a little more snug and secure with the bumper in place. Again, it's not fully seated yet, so let's fully connect the front bumper and see how well this fits. The front bumper is fully attached and the grille is still a little loose on the bottom, but I'm going to drive around with it for the next 2 weeks or so, see how secure it is. I am going to order up some double-sided tape to secure the bottom of the grille to the front bumper. I do have some more parts coming in because we're going to make once my other parts arrive, we're going to remove the bumper again, and when I remove it that time, I'm probably going to get some double-sided adhesive and put it below the lower portion of the grille to attach it to the front bumper. Let's put the shrouding back on. Most of it looks like it still fits. I know I don't have the factory intake anymore, but I'm putting this back on because it still makes it look a lot cleaner. In the future, I might get some black acrylic and make my own garnish piece here to get rid of this vent and make it perfectly flat all the way across. Lots of things to do, so little time. Oh, don't forget the tools in the engine bay. Lines up good. Like I said, just this pushes in a little bit. So I just picked up some double-sided tape to help secure the bottom of the upper front grille to the bumper. I'm hoping I don't have to fully remove the front bumper. I'm hoping I can just remove the clips up the top and fold it forward. I'm going to take a dry erase marker, push the lower portion of the grille insert in where I want it to line up, and then I'm going to trace it along the bottom. So when the front bumper is detached, I can secure the upper grille to where I want to on the front bumper. Without the double-sided adhesive, the corners tend to pop out by the headlights. You can see I could push this in a little bit, and if I push in over here, it probably fully popped out the driver's side. You can now see I have a small gap, and if I push it in, most likely the passenger side just popped out. Because it slides up and into the headlamp, that's why we need to remove the front bumper, attach the grille, and then slide both pieces up and on, rather than just removing the grille, putting some stripping down, and then putting the grille back on top. So the GoPro quit recording, but I just put down the double-sided adhesive along the bumper. I'm trying to leave the bumper attached and put the grille on. I don't want to take the bumper off, attach the upper grille to the front bumper, and then when I reattach it, it doesn't line up the greatest or correctly. So I'm trying to slide this into place. I think I'll have enough room putting it in first, as long as I keep the lower portion up and supported. And once I flex it into place, then I'll push it down onto the double-sided adhesive and pop the tabs in. And hopefully we should be good. That's the game plan. I was gonna make a bad joke or crack, and I don't want to jinx myself. This end could have been a little bit better, but not too bad. I think when we added, I don't know what they're called, from the bumper to the fender, that'll pull this in just a tad. Dry erase marker off. We were still able to use the stock garnish across the front of the engine bay. Over the next couple videos, I am going to get rid of this and make my own custom one, as well as start deleting and shaving some stuff in the engine bay. We're gonna get rid of the hood latch and make the pop-up tabs for the hood. Then we can remove this, get rid of the stock intake inlet, and then I can get a nice flat piece across here. Should look quite nice. Maybe I'll wrap that in some carbon vinyl as well. A few noticeable things with the aftermarket front grille is that you can see the frame behind the mesh, especially at a further distance back. I'll probably end up painting this black in the future. One more small noticeable thing is that you can see a little bit of the sound deadener or heat shielding that is attached underneath your hood. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that we also temporarily mounted an LED strip across the upper strut bar in the engine bay. I thought about doing the sides of the engine bay, but now that I have the open front grille, I definitely want to hide one underneath to illuminate the front. Thank you everyone for watching. That's going to wrap up today's video.